Hi, very good evening. Is it streaming fine or is it breaking for you? Okay, right. Oh, very good evening, all of you. So, how is it? So, how did your exam go? So, there was a mixed kind of response. So, I just want to hear from you for the first 5-10 minutes, and then I have accumulated as many questions as I can, and we'll have discussion of these MCQs in phased manner every day starting from today, right? Till we complete all the given questions, like how many we can complete, we'll try to complete all such questions, right? Also, I tried to accumulate as many questions as I can. In fact, I was getting 255 or 260 because there were some repetitions in questions. So anyways, we'll clarify all of them and we'll try to solve these questions in phased manner every day starting from today, right? Okay. So that it will be useful especially for those candidates who are appearing for NEET 2019 as well, right? Okay. So as I said, since you're given exam, most of you who are attending live session, so it's time for you to activate your parasympathetic system as I put in a message. So it's time for you to rest and digest. So how are you feeling now? Hi Alvin, hi Shruti, good evening. Hi Shilpa, Sam, Sita, hi Preeti, hi Tabish, Srish, hi Bipin, hi Afroj, hi Saida, yeah, hi Kirti, Priyanka, Prerna, Akshit, Karishma, hi. Hi Priyanka, Chauhan, hi Devna, hi Anu, hi Prithvi, hi Akshaya, hi Karishma, hi Anjali, Anugya, Priyanka Singh, hi. Okay. Devil Rocks Farheen. Yeah, hi. So how are you now? Hi Shivam, hi Shipra, hi Sishank. Okay. So you're fine now. Obviously you'll be fine now. Right. Good. So good to see you all live in spite of completing of your exam, right? So I've been seeing few videos in our group like where videos of excitement are being shared. Anyways, right? So as I said, we'll discuss these questions in phased manner, right? So in the process of discussion, right? If you come across, like if you feel like the question needs to be improvised, you can drop your comments in the live chat, right? So that we can further add up relevant options or improvise the question if necessary. Okay. Hi Prabha. Hi. A very good evening, all of you. Right. So first one, yeah, Heimlich Maneuver. Heimlich Maneuver. So what is this Heimlich Maneuver? Hi Shivam, yes, I have seen your mail Shivam, I have replied to you also. Anyway, we'll start with that discussion. What is this Heimlich Maneuver? Yes, Anjali, if you have so many questions, please do help me by sharing them to my mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com. That would be of great help. Yes, so we'll go phase wise, right? Yeah, first one, Heimlich Maneuver. Hi Prashanti. So Heimlich Maneuver, it's a kind of procedure which is performed in case of your first aid. Yes, as in case of choking or obstruction of upper respiratory tract, where we stand behind the patient and then press down the diaphragm area, right? So you can just note down. So Dr. Henry Heimlich introduced this maneuver way back in 1974. The year as such is not important. So introduced by doctor, named after Heimlich, Dr. Henry Heimlich. And usually the pressure is exerted on the bottom of diaphragm. Okay, so it's a first aid procedure where we repeatedly give abdominal thrusts in order to treat upper airway obstruction, choking, because of certain foreign objects, right? As you rightly mentioned. So based on the options, you would have selected the appropriate one, right? Yes. So Heimlich maneuver is used in order to expel any object, any foreign object that has been obstructing or choking the upper respiratory tract or airway tract, right? So you would have done well in this. Now, ICDS. So there was one question on ICDS, Integrated Child Developmental Services, fall under which ministry or which category? So we have given plenty of options, right? So we'll have a brief discussion pertaining to this. So this ICDS, Integrated Child Developmental Services, they are mainly incorporated in order to provide food, preschool education and primary health care for all children under age of 6, including their mothers. Right? So ICDS comes under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Yes. So you have any options or you want to improvise the question, you can drop in your live chat, right? Right? So Integrated Child Developmental Services. So under A6, we provide, the government provides food, preschool education as well as primary health care, right? So also, hi Kartika. So third one. So we have various generations of Pitt and Fisher sealants, right? So fluoride releasing Pitt and Fisher sealants fall under which generation? Hi Kriti, hi Richa, hi Pallavi, yes, fourth generation. So first generation you have UV light cured Pitt and Fisher sealants, second generation self cured, third generation blue light 490 nanometers and fourth generation are fluoride releasing. Jack Tomba, name of a brand, right? Okay. So I guess you might have done well in this question also. Now, you have something called as National Pathfinder Survey. So what is this, a National Pathfinder Survey? Hi BA, hi Purvil. So basically this is a basic oral health survey for planning and monitoring of services. So various age groups are considered while performing this survey. 5 years, 12 years, 15 years, 35 to 44 years and 65 to 74 years. Upper respiratory tract, Ankur. Upper respiratory tract. So obviously inhaled would be more appropriate. Choking, right? We're talking about choking here. So the question is how many people or age groups? If it is age groups, we have 5, 12, 15, 35 to 44, 65 to 74. Yes. So Ankur, I hope you've done well with your exam, and I'm looking forward for your double PG. Right. So the next one, fifth one. So I'm following a specific sequence, right? So we'll try to follow the same till the end of these number of sessions, right? Mostly you will have these sessions spanning over 4 or 5 days. We'll try completing the max by Saturday or Sunday. Okay. Yeah. So there was some question on lignocaine, dosage of lignocaine without adrenaline, right? So that's a standard stock question which we consider. So we have doses with and without lignocaine, right? So what is the dosage of a lignocaine, maximum dose that can be given without adrenaline? Okay, 2 questions regarding Pathfinder. Yes, Preeti, please do let me know, drop a message or mail regarding those 2 questions, right? In fact, I got only one. Thank you. So it is 4.4 milligrams. What about with adrenaline? With adrenaline, what could be the maximum dose, safe dose that can be given? Yes, milligrams per kg body weight. Yes, good. It's 7.4. Yes, and there was one question on jet test, right? So jet test, what's the question? What if the difference, or what if the jet value is more? Is that the question regarding jet test? Yes, Pallavi, I'm trying to take a screenshot of your question. Thank you. So regarding another question, how many people are involved in case where 12 cities with 4 index groups are included? Anyways, I'll go through it, right? So if you can reframe it, or if that's the question, I'll try finding out. Jet test. There was a question on jet test, right? Yeah. So in fact, this jet test, as you know, it's a statistical test which mainly helps in determining whether the two population means are different when variances are known. So we'll know, for example, we're doing a study in 2 groups, we'll obtain mean values in those 2 groups, and we'll try to find out whether those 2 differences in means are statistically significant, or the differences are by chance. So that's your jet test, right? A test of significance. So obviously, when the jet test is more, it means the value which is obtained is farther from the mean value. So that's the jet test and its significance. Yes, I know. We'll discuss those questions also. Band and all, we'll discuss those questions, right? So we'll try to follow one sequence here, right? So that we will not have this confusion, because if I ask you to give you questions, it will be all jumbled up here, right? So anyways, you have any questions, you can drop them. I'll take screenshots. If I am not having them in the list, I'll add up and I will have the discussion as well, right? Okay. Okay, fine. So jet test, as I said, it's a statistical test to determine whether two population means are differences when mean variance are more and sample size is large, right? As I said, we obtain, when we compare in two groups, we obtain means and we will see whether the differences in means is by chance or is there any true significance, right? So the greater the Z test, obviously, the greater the distance from the mean. So it is mentioned that Z test tells you how many standard deviations from mean your score is, right? We have discussed few of these concepts in our e-classes regarding tests of significance and all. You can refer that for more information, right? And if you think the question is incomplete, do let me know, right? Rather than this live chat, it's better if you can mail or WhatsApp me. And also, various tests of significance were discussed in detail in our e-classes. I heard that there is one question on t-test also. I hope you'd have answered it with yes. You had answered it with yes, right? Next, so we'll go ahead with the seventh question. Occlusal morphology of mandibular second premolar. We have been discussing in detail previously also. We have two cusp morphology and three cusp morphology. If you have three cusps, the outline will be obviously which shape? And if you have two cusps, the outline can be of which shape? Yes, that would be great if you can mail me, right? Thank you. So occlusal view of mandibular second premolar. So you must be answering. No, you're all masters, right? Two cusp type and three cusp type, right? ICDS, Integrated Child Developmental Service. Yes, BA, thank you for answering the question. I've been waiting for it. Yes, Kartika, good. So obviously, three cusp type, you will have this Y-shaped pattern, right? Y-shaped occlusal morphology. Two cusp type, it can be either H-shape or U-shape. Okay. Anyways, we have in our, it all depends on the presence of mind there. Okay, no blame. Okay, good. So, occlusal view of mandibular second premolar, we have H-shape, Y-shape and U-shape, right? I think one of them was not the option, the odd one out. So, coming to the eighth one. So, finish line for full acrylic crown or acrylic jacket crown is full ceramic or porcelain jacket crown or acrylic jacket crown. What would be the? Yes, we don't find V-shaped Preeti. Just refer Wheeler's ones. You have either H-shaped morphology in two cusps or U-shaped morphology in two cusps or Y-shaped morphology or shape in case of three cusps. Yes, Sita, very good. Butt joint or shoulder? Butt shoulder, we call it as butt shoulder but not butt joint, right? Full acrylic crown. Butt shoulder, 90 degrees shoulder. Chamfer, you have metal ceramic, facial side or full metal. Go through rosin steel and also go through one of the previous live sessions where we have covered in detail all finish line configurations, right? Yes, it's not shoulder with bevel. We go for 90 degrees, right? Shoulder. Yeah, and also there was one question on pneumococci, right? Pneumococci, if I'm not wrong. So these are gram-positive alpha beta hemolytic diplococci, which are usually occurring in form of pigs. And they are non-spore forming and they are non-motile. Pneumococci. It's okay, Anu, come on. See, the reason for discussing this is not to create and increase your apprehension, right? So we're only trying to evaluate what has happened. Whatever has happened, right? So don't worry about it. At least we are learning now. That's more important. That's even more important. Yes, there was also one question hollow ground bevel, which we'll discuss later, right? Yeah. So pneumococci, they are gram positive. Non-sporing, non-motile, alpha or beta hemolytic. So as we have discussed previously, alpha is almost, that is partial hemolysis, beta is best complete, gamma is garbage, no hemolysis. We also had these image-based questions in our test series, but unfortunately you had only one image-based question, isn't it? So sometimes it's all a surprise. Diplococci occurring in pairs. Yeah, and then we have one standard question which you might have marked with these. In pediatric treatment, when you threaten the patient that you would send the parent outside, so what does it come under? What kind of category does it come under? Omission, punishment, positive reinforcement. So what kind of behavioral modification is that? Okay, Prithvi. I mean, if it's possible, can one of you please help me in drawing that roughly and sharing that pic? That would be of great help. I just want to have an idea what image-based question first. You say modified ridge lab. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll not skip this question. So in pediatric treatment, yes, obviously it's omission, or it's also called as timeout. Yes, Sita, we have one beautiful video which has one of the largest number of viewers. Like, we prepared one video where we have discussed various mnemonics to remember gram positive and gram negative. It's not only there in e-classes, it's also there in YouTube, right? You can refer bacteriology playlist for more information. So, omission, also called as timeout. So the operator is trying to reinforce a desired behavior by either threatening the patient that he or she would send the parent away, right? So that's an example, classic example for omission. Omission. When I say omission, this guy is coming inside and disturbing us. Now it's time to omit him also. Hey, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. Hey, say hi. Yes. Okay, right. And so we're done with 10 questions. We'll proceed with 5 more questions, right? So because 10 questions is too small and it will be very challenging to complete in the coming days, the rest of the questions, right? So we'll go ahead with 11th question. Psychological basis of thumb sucking due to deep emotional stress is explained by which theory? We had different theories. So who explained or who put forth this the psychological basis of thumb sucking. So obviously thumb sucking is considered to be normal at one age, but it can be considered abnormal because of psychological or because of habitual. We have the classification. So psychological, it's because of deep emotional stress, isn't it? So who has put, yes, very good Tavish. So we have this Freud's classic Freudian theory, or Sigmund Freud 1919. So Sigmund Freud's classical Freudian theory. Okay, good to hear that, Sita. Yes, Richa, if it is blurred to you, try to enhance the quality of the video, right? 720p or HD quality. Anyways, I'll share the soft copy, you need not really worry about that. I'll take a pic and share soft copy, right? So, 12th question. Nihilism is seen in. You might have given several options, right? So nihilism is also called as siloria. I'll mention it somewhere here. I hope you can see. Yeah. So nihilism, siloria, we have various conditions, we have various drugs, silogogues. So conditions which, okay, Gabriel, I'm sorry. I'll just stand that side. Yes. Okay, you have mental retardation as one of the options. Okay, thank you for sharing. I'll just add up here. So rabies, pellagra, GERD, pregnancy, as I said, mental retardation, and various drugs, silogogues, and various heavy metals like copper, mercury, organic compounds like organophosphates, arsenic. These are responsible for nihilism. Yes, thank you, Alvin. Okay, next you have the 13th question, W-shaped fixed appliance or W-arch-shaped appliance, fixed appliance in periodontics, right? Okay. Fraze syndrome is gustatory sweating. Okay, so W-arch shaped or W-arch fixed appliance in periodontics. What is it used for? Yes, Dr. B.A. Bingo. So do you want me to write? I think I can note down here. Yes. So usually this is a slow maxillary expansion device, right? So SME. So this SME is used in cleft palate cases, right? Usually cleft palate cases, either for anterior expansion or posterior expansion, depending upon the requirement, right? So it's a slow maxillary expansion. So depending upon the options, you would have selected accordingly, right? So it was first used by a scientist by name Ricketts, R-I-C-K-E-T-S, W-arch fixed appliance. Okay, you have posterior crossbite as an option. That's good. Hi, Minnie. So how are you? How was your exam? So you still have 2 more questions to go, complete of our first 15. Yes, usually W-shaped is used for a posterior. but it also can be used vice versa depending upon the adjustments which we can make in the W arch appliance, right? Go through the W arch appliance, you'll get more information. Okay. Yes, Karthika. Yes, stylism, as a few of you said, mental retardation, right? Also, I don't have other options, but I've given you grossly few conditions in drugs and heavy metals responsible for stylism. Okay, the 14th one, you might have been familiar with this. Natal, neonatal teeth are not seen in, right? So, we find natal and neonatal teeth in the following conditions. We just mentioned that here. So we find natal neonatal teeth in case of Peary-Robinson syndrome, SOTOS, S-O-T-O-S, SOTOS syndrome, congenital pachyonychia, multiple steatocystoma. I'm sorry, I've written something here, I'm unable to understand. Okay, Ellis Van Creveld syndrome, craniofacial dysostosis, congenital pachyonychia, SOTOS syndrome, Peary-Robinson syndrome, right? Okay, so you have even an option called Down syndrome. Fine. Yeah. And I will stop with this regarding bacteria. Yes, Alvin, it's Ellis, E-L-L-I-S-V-A-N, Ellis Van Creveld, C-R-E-V-E-L-D. Ellis Van Creveld syndrome, craniofacial dysostosis, congenital pachyonychia, SOTOS syndrome, Peary-Robinson syndrome. These are the conditions where you find natal neonatal teeth, right? Okay. So there was one question on bacteria involved in pulpal infection regarding their characteristics, if I am not wrong. So bacteria usually they are facultative gram-positive and they are polymicrobial in nature, right? So do let me know if there is any correction needed in the question, right? I think there was one question on bacteria, nature of bacteria involved in pulpal infections, right? Okay, so obviously it's polymicrobial, predominantly gram-positive, facultative anaerobes. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I still have not many questions to discuss, but for sake of convenience, I'm splitting the videos as I mentioned before. And also, if you have any questions further, along with options, you can drop them at profitability@gmail.com. And as I said, I have collected so far 246. I don't know how that number has come. Maybe there were some repetitions or maybe some options were considered as questions while I was noting down. So anyways, I'll come back to you with more and more questions with discussions, right? Yes, achondroplasia associated gene. It's the fibroblast growth factor FGFR3 gene. It's very unfortunate that they have asked you to name the gene. So if this gene codes for a protein which is expressed usually in cartilage, bone, intestine and kidneys, right? FGFR3, fibroblast growth factor 3 gene. We'll discuss that further tomorrow. Yes, Karishma, but as far as I remember, as I got that point, this WR appliance is mainly used for expanding posterior part, as far as I remember, because I referred that, but it can also be used for expanding anterior, right? Anyways, I'll just refer once again. Predominantly, the main purpose is posterior expansion, but this appliance can be adjusted in such a way that we can even obtain vice versa, that is anterior expansion. Okay, two questions regarding genes. Yes, I have seen that white infarct question also. Okay, right. Anyways, I have those questions with me. I'll just go through the references once again and I'll get back to you. Okay? Okay, it's been 40 minutes. We'll stop it here. Fine. We'll come back tomorrow with another set of 15 questions. Okay? And also, by the way, you have completed your exam, so you must be free now. So you can join our live sessions just for passing your time, just 40 minutes. Those are completed, and those are appearing for the next year's NEET. It's obviously useful for you guys, right? Yes. And I should personally thank few of you, especially Kartika, Divya, and all of you in our update group for sharing your questions. And Kartika has taken a lot of pain in sharing plenty of questions with me. Thank you so much, so sweet of you. And the WhatsApp update group has been amazing and it has helped me collect around 230 questions, which is just amazing. So it's definitely useful for our analysis and also for your coming juniors as well. Yes, glad to hear that. And yes, Saeed, I've seen your message, you retracted it just in time. Right? So I'll be sharing the soft copy of this book. I'll take a pic, I'll just cover it once, I'll enhance it, I'll share it in our Google group. So you can just check our Google group, or those who are already in Google group will be getting a mail, right? So you need not really worry about that. Okay, Said, I'm just kidding, right? So see you all again tomorrow, most probably at 8:30. I'll update you regarding the timing, right? Yes. And also, we are launching our new batch, Mission 12 batch. The details are uploaded just 2 hours prior in our YouTube, right? You can also check out our website. So we have launched our new website, ptbdacademy.com. We have upgraded, made few changes, and you can open that website. You can share your testimonials. You can just check out the website and give us feedback if necessary, right? And Mission 12 batch starts from February 1st week. So officially will be starting from Jan 21st with orientation lectures followed by orientation class, and then we'll be having regular sessions as usual from February 4th, right? So looking forward to see you all again live tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. I'll update you the time accordingly, okay? Yes. Okay. Yes, Anu, you can drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, right? So love you all, take care, have plenty of rest, activate your parasympathetic systems, rest and digest, right? Okay, enjoy and see you all again. I hope you'll join our live sessions. Good, Karishma, glad to hear that. Looking forward to see you all again in future live sessions also. Yeah, good night, take care, love you all, let's rock.